So, I am here today to clear up the propaganda about the airbrush tool. A lot of people, for some reason, I don't know where this myth comes from, say that airbrushing is bad, airbrush is useless, it's terrible. That's a complete lie. In my opinion, airbrush is one of the most life-changing tools there is in drawing, and it's really just, unfortunately, greatly underestimated. Mainly because I guess it's a default brush, but like it's a godsend, okay? And I'm here today to just clear that up and show you how to actually use the airbrush, because to me it seems like a lot of people straight up just don't know how to use an airbrush. So I'm on my line art here. This is my color, and as you can see, I'm on soft, so regular just airbrush. And as you can tell, my line is, they're cool, they're crisp, but it's just kind of boring. So what I can come and do here, this is one of the ways that I love using airbrush, just slightly erase my edges to make it look like it's just like fading away, like it like the shadows are dissipating. I have a sleeve because it's really a good example. Like, airbrush is really good for like fabrics, mainly fabrics and lighting. So notice how now my sleeve looks a lot more interesting. In my personal artistic opinion, you can judge my art and judge by yourself if I'm a good artist or not. But yeah, in general, it's good to give in some texture, some depth to my line work, especially when it's edges, like these details that kind of like gives you an idea of what's going on here and doesn't just like look like everything's solid and annoying, you know what I mean? Like it erases a bit of information, and overall I think it just looks better to do it like this. So like now it just looks a lot better, in my personal artistic opinion, as someone who has been drawing for almost 2 decades. The other way I like to use the airbrush, and actually I'm just gonna start off with the one that I've seen other artists use. They will use the lasso tool, and I'm doing shading here, and they will just select whichever part is their shadow, and they will go to the furthest point and do it like this. So I'll just do it all around to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Just to show you what that kind of gives. That's another way to use it. Give me a few seconds, I'm just going around it. So they start from like the darkest point and then they blend out outside. Like this. And you know, that looks good, that looks fun. And then I'll just airbrush a bit more to give it a more, you know, clean, unified look. But yes, this is a very common, I'll put it on multiply. This is a very common use of the airbrush that I see online, where people will use the lasso tool to circle something and shade it from the darkest angle. The way that I personally do it, which is not that different, is just straight up drawing the shaded areas. Oh, what happened? Okay. Personally, I find it's a lot less complicated, it's faster, like, I feel like it's easier to understand. It's cleaner, in my opinion, to just do it like this. And I'll add extra shadows wherever I want them to be. Sorry, there's a lot of people outside, which is the noise you're probably hearing. And then I would come in with the airbrush and then just erase to give like a soft feeling of like the shadow is dissipating a bit, you know what I mean? It's getting lighter and then goes into darker areas. Like this, and I'll put it on multiply. This one's really much more my style, but both of these are valid. And then maybe come in a little more with shading. The bigger the thing, the more you can cover area, obviously, but you can make it like less strong if you go further away like this. But yeah, both of these are valid. I feel like this one gives me more choice of where I'm placing my shadows. The other alternative is oh, that's not what I wanted. See, that was the way I see a lot of people using it and then saying that it's bad, like this. It's a valid way, but it's definitely not the best way to use the airbrush, and it's very beginner type stuff. And so really you should be using, in my opinion, the airbrush a lot more like a eraser, or like something to very just lightly add like something soft, like lighting or like soft shadows. So it really shouldn't be used for the main shading. You should really be drawing that yourself and not just putting on the airbrush. So the way that I usually render, I will go into a deeper color or whatever, and then I will add my mace like gradient to make it look darker, like this. In my opinion, really, this is, if you're looking to render like a pro, this is like how you do it. A lot of artists do it like this. They just don't tell you. They just don't tell you, but a lot of artists do it like this. That's what the airbrush is good for, really adding like smaller touches that really just better your drawing. It really shouldn't be used as a main tool. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like a line art or whatever, or shading, it should be used as like a secondary tool where it helps elevate your art rather than just shading and everything like that. So like this. So we have, this is more how I render. We have just like using the airbrush to erase. And here is how most artists on here draw just like shadows. How they show it with the lasso tool. So, and then if you want to do lighting, let me find something that's not white. Whoa. Again, like it's the same principle, but for lighting, it can definitely be used as like a main source of like reflection or light, you know what I mean? Like this. Like the main source of light, it shouldn't overtake your drawn lighting like this, but it should definitely like, it can be like a really good source of light and stuff. So here I did it. Whoa. Maybe not that long. Let me fix up my coloring here. And what's fun with this is you can also like blend like this. Doesn't ruin my lines or whatever. So let's put it up here with this. Wow, isn't it so fucking, I can't swear on this. Isn't it so pretty? Wow. And then if I want to color my lines to make it fit more. Whoa. And you know what else is cool? I can lessen the color of my lines with the airbrush. Like this. Wow. Beautiful. So beautiful. Isn't it amazing? Aren't I amazing, guys? Anyways, yeah, that's... I'm trying to find maybe a filter that I like. Yeah, I guess that glow works. This is how you use the airbrush, because I'm sick of people going like, the airbrush sucks. The airbrush doesn't suck, you just don't know how to actually use it to your advantage. So, yeah, bye-bye.